Hello YouTube, it's Sherlock Genius here, and today I'm going to be counting down my top 12 Doctors, or the Doctors countdown, because it's not top 12 because it's all of the Doctors. This doesn't include Capaldi, but yeah, top 12 Doctors. Enjoy. So before I begin this countdown, I just want to say this is my completely personal list, not influenced by anything. I'm going to put it forward now that David Tennant isn't my favourite Doctor. So don't kill me, don't shoot me. But basically, if you're a fangirl and you like David Tennant or you want David Tennant at the top of this list, then the door's there. I advise you to walk out of it. Well, the door's there, but never mind. So, let's kick off the list with number 12. So, kicking off the list, my least favourite Doctor is this chap, Sylvester McCoy. Now, I don't hate any Doctor at all, but he just comes 12 in my list, really. I'm not sure what to say about this. Well, basically, in my opinion, I think he tried to mimic Troughton. Well, the producers wanted to mimic Troughton originally, and I think he was over-comical to the extent that it was annoying. And when, in his final season, they tried to make him darker, which didn't work, because when he did scenes where he was really overacting, you know, he was, it didn't work, because he's a comical Doctor, so scenes where he's really overacting don't really work, because he's like a comedy actor and a comical Doctor, and it just didn't work for me. So that is why he's at number 12 on my list. Now let's go to number 11. So at number 11 we have Colin Baker, the 6th Doctor. Now this isn't surprising, but after hearing some of my audio dramas, he used to be my least favourite and I used to absolutely hate his Doctor. But after hearing audio dramas, he's a pretty good Doctor. But again, there are loads of Doctors, in my opinion, that are better than him. The scene where it wasn't his fault in the TV series. You know, his Doctor, you know, he's like, he probably puts about 10 cups of sugar in his tea, you know. He's that kind of guy, you know, too sweet. And you know, when he strangles his companion, that's just not right for Doctor Who. And yeah, the producers made him like this. He didn't want to be like this. He wanted to be like Eccleston's Doctor, which I suppose he kind of got in the audio dramas, but he's still in this place on my list. But he was a good Doctor. I do enjoy his stories, and it wasn't his fault. So that's why he's at number 11. Now on to number 10. And number 10 is the War Doctor, played by John Hurt. Now, the reason why he's here is he hasn't really got enough time to develop as a Doctor yet. I believe he is a Doctor. He redeemed himself, but he is the War Doctor. He's not a number of the Doctor. But, you know, John Hurt portrayed him brilliantly, but I still don't think he had enough screen time to develop his character. You know, we didn't really see him much in the Time War. In the new novels that are coming out of the War Doctor, I hope this is reflected on and he's seen more. Yeah, it's the best figure though. Look at the face sculpting. Look at it. I mean, just it's an amazing figure. But yeah, he's there's lots of Doctors that are better than him and are more stereotypically the Doctor, because he was the War Doctor, and I'd like to see him more as a warrior rather than just talking to his predecessors. Not predecessors, people came after him like Tennant and Smith. So yeah, that he is at number 10 on my list. So now I'm going to go on to number 9. So at number 9 we have the 9th Doctor, portrayed by Christopher Eccleston. I hate him in real life. He doesn't like the show, and I still don't get why he took the part. But when he did take the part, he was amazing. He wasn't my first Doctor. Actually, Matt Smith was my first Doctor, which is probably surprises you because I was around when he was the Doctor, but I don't remember seeing him on TV or anything. But he is amazing. He showed a darker edge, and I think he's close to what Capaldi is going to be like. Capaldi might be a bit darker than Eccleston was, rather than going, oh look, it's a banana. Yeah, this is an Oasis. It's not a banana, it's an Oasis bottle. But, you know, Capaldi's not going to be like, oh, a banana, oh, fantastic rolls. You know, but Eccleston's amazing. He brought a darker edge out of coming out of the guilt of the Time War, and that sort of thing. Again, there are more people that have had more time to shine. If he was around for longer, he might be my favourite Doctor. You never know. But yeah, we didn't have much time. If we saw more of him and more sides of Eccleston's Doctor, I think we would have more time to develop, like John Hurt, I think. But yeah, he is at number 9 on my list. And he's the 9th. No one gets that. Okay, let's move on to number 8. So, at number 8, we have the 5th Doctor, played by Peter Davison. He was one of the first classic Doctors I know to watch. I think the first was either John Pertwee or Tom Baker. Then I went on to see Peter Davison's stories. And I really enjoyed his Doctor. I thought he was amazing. I think he's quite an underrated Doctor, but I thought he was a pretty good Doctor. And so, yeah, he's at number 8. I don't know, really. He's pretty good. But I still think there are Doctors that kind of portray the character of the Doctor better than he did. He was good, though. I'm not sure what to say about him, really. I just really enjoyed him. But there are some that are better than him, which you will see now when I move on to number 7. Yes, this is where all the fangirls go ape mad. This is David Tennant as the 10th Doctor at number 7. Not at number 1. But yeah, this is my personal opinion. I think that, in my opinion, he was a really good Doctor. He captured the character of the Doctor very well. But the reason he's this low on the list isn't because he was a bad Doctor. I think he was... It was influenced by Rose, really. His whole era was just him moping about Rose and going, I don't want to go, and stuff like that. That annoys me. That ruined his characteristics of the Doctor, Rose did. And he was just a bit human. He wasn't an alien, which the Doctor should be. He had amazing stories and epic moments. Yeah, he was one of the first I watched, and I remember he used to be like 4 or 3 on my list. But then I've looked at him more, looked at other Doctors more, and I realised that he was a bit human for the Doctor. And that is why he's not at number 7. Don't shoot me, alright? Okay, number 6. Yeah, not quite a lot of people, you know, rate William Hartnell's Doctor quite low down, but I'm rating him at number 6, a strong middle number 6. He was the person that placed the building blocks down for the Doctor, and created the skeleton of the Doctor, and I thought he did that amazingly. He used to be further lower down in my list until I've watched more of his episodes, because I only watched like the first one and I thought he was literally a grumpy old man in a box. But after seeing more of his Doctor, he is amazing. You know, he captures the likeness of wanting to run round and do more, but being stuck in this old body very well. And he portrays that before even the concept of regeneration gets created by whoever created it. And for that, I think he's an amazing Doctor. So, yeah, he's right. He's my 6th favourite Doctor for that reason. So, now let's go on to number 5. Again, this Doctor didn't have much screen time, but I think after listening to some of the audio adventures from the 8th Doctor, it's safe to say he's at strong 5th place. He is, without a doubt, an amazing Doctor. If he'd been a longer screen Doctor, he would have been amazing. He would have lived up to the likes of David Tennant, of Tom Baker, of Doctors like that. He is a definite Doctor. He captures the character and the essence of the Doctor very well, I think. He's... I personally think, obviously, there's more ones that are better, but I really like Paul McGann's portrayal of the Doctor. And his costume, I think, reflected his romantic thing. And in The Night of the Doctor, how he was war-ridden, didn't want to join the war. I saw that, but he has courage because he joined the war in The Night of the Doctor. And you know, yeah, he's got courage. He's a good man. Clara, be my power. Tell me, am I a good man? You know, he's a good man. He's a good Doctor. So, yeah, that's all I've got to say about Paul McGann. Now, let's move on to number 4. Yeah, as I said earlier, Jon Pertwee was one of the first Doctors I ever watched. And I think he is an amazing Doctor. He brings out the likeness of the Doctor. When I think of Doctor Who, I think of Jon Pertwee. I don't think of Tom Baker. I don't think of my actual first favourite Doctor. I think of Jon Pertwee. His face is just Doctor Who, you know? I don't know what it is, but he captures it as well. His portrayal is amazing, especially the hike. I think he's amazing, and he portrayed how he wanted to get away from Earth but couldn't very well. And he accepted fate. He accepted that he was going to be trapped on Earth for a while. So again, this Doctor had courage. He also had determination to get off Earth, out of his exile, which of course he eventually did at the end of the 3 Doctors, when he was given his not chameleon circuit, I can't remember what it was, dematerialization circuit back from the Time Lords. So he redeemed himself. And I think his costume portrays his Doctor as well, very well. So yeah, now let's move on to number 3. At number 3, we have Matt Smith's 11th Doctor. No, 12th Doctor. No, 13th Doctor. So yeah, this is, without a doubt, he was my first Doctor that I ever watched, and he was the one who got me into the show. He got me hooked. He reminded me of characters that I'd watched on television and enjoyed, like when I was younger, like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He reminded me of that guy, and the Professor out of Back to the Future. I mean, Dak. I think he was definition of the mad Professor type Doctor, which I think, you know, he's just amazing. He captures all his predecessors very well and bits of him. He also has dark moments, which I like. And he has the essence of an old man, even though he's in a very young body. He has the essence of an old man. Of course, Capaldi will do because he's an older man, but he captured the essence of it, which requires great skill of acting, because I'm an actor and I know. But yeah, let's go on to number 2. Would you like a jelly, baby? Yes, at number 2, it is Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor. The definition that everybody loves is the Doctor. He was the first, I think. No, it wasn't the first because of the first favourite, which you probably already know. But he made the Doctor his own. Definitely, he developed the character in a way where the character wasn't the Doctor. Well, Tom Baker wasn't Tom Baker anymore. Tom Baker was the Doctor, and he still is today. You know, he said in an interview once that, that character, the Doctor, he's quite a lot like Tom Baker, you know. And I think he is. You can see the Doctor in Tom Baker. You don't see Tom Baker, you see the Doctor. And I think he's amazing. You know, how people, in some episodes, I'll give you an example, I'll make up an episode on the spot. Let's say loads of prisoners are being captured and the Doctor gets captured and caught in it. Everyone else just accepts their fate. As Tom Baker is with his companion, he's like, yes, so, would you care for a jelly, baby? Now listen, Now listen, this is the guard. Now listen, you. You get to your cellar. And I'm like, would you like a jelly, baby? And then he's like, well, get to your cellar. And then he's like, no! And then he just runs off like that. I like that sort of scene, you know, with Tom Baker. So he's my second favourite for that very reason, and he made the Doctor his own. And so let's move on to my first favourite Doctor. Yes, I know you all saw this coming. My first favourite Doctor is Davros. I think he portrayed the role, but what? Davros isn't the Doctor. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Davros isn't the Doctor. My favourite Doctor is obviously this water bottle. I think he portrayed. This is awkward. There aren't any more. Oh, of course, I know who you're talking about. This remote. Yes, now I'm telling the truth. My favourite Doctor, Patrick Troughton. Oh my giddy aunt. Why would you think that Davros is, you fool? Well, Patrick, yeah. Oh, you fool, you... Yes, he was the first Doctor, I think, that completely changed the role. He changed it from this old man into, a scruffy-clothed, uncle character instead of the grandfatherly character. And he made the role his own. He was the first actor to make the role his own and to change it completely. And I think he's amazing. You know, his stories is quite underrated, I think. But yeah, I love his Doctor. I really can't think of much to say to it. I love his Doctor. And yeah, obviously his characteristic is the flute. Which is quite funny when some companions, for example in The Power of the Daleks, if you've heard the audio, you know that Ben, the companion, gets really annoyed by the recorder, and I like that, and it's good. And he has also funny moments like Matt Smith does today, so I can see why Matt Smith was influenced by Patrick Troughton's Doctor, because he's amazing. And I know there's loads of reconstructions on the internet of some of his lost episodes, because there's quite a lot of lost episodes. But yeah, my favourite Doctor, Patrick Troughton. There we go. So yes, I hope you enjoyed my video this week on the Whovian Zone. I understand that yesterday Dalek Cyber was unable to make one. But check out her channel. If you go to the Whovian Zone channel, you'll see her channel linked to. So check out her channel, and then you'll see the video that she was working on, which meant that she couldn't do a video on the Whovian Zone, which I really enjoyed. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Comment below your favourite 12 Doctors or whatever. Do you agree with my list? I'd like to know. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye. So, at number 8, we have the 5th Doctor, played by Christopher Eccleston.